Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Grandview High School basketball brought to you here on the Slice Network. I'm Cameron Smith, and I'm here tonight with my partner, Mike West, and we're here to bring you the game, Grandview High School versus Center. I mean, the atmosphere is electric. They got the music going. The people are getting in their seats. How are you feeling tonight, Mike?
I'm feeling good. We're here at a rivalry game. It's always the best game to be at. So let's see what can happen here.
Most definitely. Definitely got to be excited. Here we are opening up our season here with My Slice Network. Had a lot of great stuff going on here over the last year. We've done some different things. But here we are now in the basketball season of Grandview High School. And we're about to get started with our player introductions. What are some things you think we should be looking out for here tonight?
Well, I think you got to look out for the size advantage that Grandview has. I mean, just about everybody on their team that's starting. I mean, the smallest guy they got is looks like Nathan Scott coming in at 6'1", and then they got 6'3", 6'4", 6'6", and a 6'8" guy. And the size advantage compared to centers, just, I mean, it's irrelevant. Grandview should just dominate the boards. I'd absolutely dominate the boards in the inside in this game.
They definitely should. That's definitely what we're going to be looking for here tonight. The big fellas, I mean, they've got 6'8", 6'5", as you were saying. Going up, I think the tallest guy on center's team is 6'6". They got a couple guys standing at one at 6'6", one at 6'6". So it should be interesting, but we're going to take a moment to acknowledge our flag. Right. Here we go. It's time to get started here.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Grandview High School for tonight's contest between the visiting Yellow Jackets of Center High School and your Grandview Bulldogs. Grandview High School is a proud member of the Missouri State High School Activities Association, and we remind all spectators that this game is competitive, but it is also an educational experience for all players and students. Let's continue to show respect and sportsmanship throughout this contest and refrain from negative cheers, chants, or behavior. We welcome our guests from Central High School and wish all players good luck in tonight's game. Now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups.
Here we go, getting into our starting lineups here.
6'1" senior number 11, Russell Hill.
6'1", senior, Ronnie Hill.
For the Bulldogs, 6'4" junior, number 2, Damon King.
Sorry about that, Russell Hill actually, and then we got Damon King coming out there.
For the Yellow Jackets,
Junior.
5'9" junior, number 13, Jarrell Canty.
Center, we got Jarrell Canty, standing at heavyweight height, 5'9".
Junior, number 10, Nathan Scott.
Comes the smallest guy on the court for Grandview, Nathan Scott coming in at 6'1".
Number 20, Brian Reed.
There's number 20, Brian Reed. He's one of the bigger guys on center's team. He's standing at 6'5", senior.
Joakim Noah-esque.
I was watching that guy doing warm-ups. He had a lot of bounce.
This is Grandview's big guy right there, Tyrone Taylor, scoring the majority points for his team. Definitely a star on this team.
Yeah, he's definitely averaging 19 a game so far this season. Jamil Henson standing at 6'6" for center. He's also a forward.
Here we go with the big fellas. Wesley Nosakira coming in, number 54, 6'6", junior.
He's averaging a double-double on the season, so we should see some special stuff from him down in the post.
Anytime you can have a double-double. I think he's also got a block and a steal a game. Incoming now is Nelson Nweke, 6'8" junior.
Here we go. It's almost time to get this thing rolling.
Man, and what's amazing to me about this Grandview team is their 5 starters, they're all juniors, and they're all big.
There you see it. This is one of the reasons why you tune in here at My Slice Network. You get the best broadcast this side of the internet.
Breaking it down, getting the team hype. Now the men are on the court.
Here we go.
These boys got such good size. It looks like that their jerseys emulate the Nuggets, but so does their size. And that's the scary thing.
Yes. I wouldn't put center out of there. I'm number 23, the big guy for center. Actually, number 20 actually.
Brian Reed.
Brian Reed. He was getting up there. He's got some bounce. Saw him put down some two-handers, some tomahawks.
We're seeing some people from center dunking here in warm-up, so we might be able to see some high-flying action during this game.
Definitely.
Here we go for the tip-off, though, and that surprised me.
Lost the tip-off there.
Center starting out with the ball, though, bringing it up court. Quick pass. Setting a screen there and then rolling off of it, getting it inside.
Nice
Stolen.
Good defense down there in the low post by Grandview. Bad pass, though.
Bad pass, though. Damon King with a bad pass. And Tyrone Taylor back on defense. Causes a bad pass and a turnover there. You know, that's always been one of our keys for the game, is just kind of avoiding turnovers. I mean, it's a pretty easy idea to realize. If you turn the ball over, it's going to be hard to win.
Yeah, and that's going to be a mistake there. You can't move unless it's a made shot, and he's moving on the baseline. So they give the ball right back to center.
A couple of early mistakes for both teams here.
Looks like it went off the leg there. Damian King.
That's just good inbounds defense right there. That's all that is.
I always want to deny the ball.
Oh, it's on.
Wow.
Travel there right off the bat. We're seeing a lot of mistakes here.
Is this jitters? Would you say this is jitters here so far?
I don't know if it's jitters. I think they're just trying too hard. I mean, it's a big rival, so I understand giving 110%, but sometimes you got to slow down and get into a groove before you can really give that 110.
That's definitely. See Grandview settling into their offense.
Trying to get it to their star player there, Tyrone Taylor. Let's see what he's going to do with it.
See pick there. He pulls up.
Man, he's a smart player.
Rolls into the post.
He got it down there into 55, and then center stripped it out of there, but it's going to go right back to Grandview. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that's a nice pass by Tyrone Taylor. It's hard to pull up for a shot and then break it down and throw it.
Exactly.
Back with the ball here, and
wide open for the shot.
yeah, he's not going to pull that one down. He drops out one for his first 2 points of the night. And center answers with another bucket. Grandview didn't get back on defense like they should have.
Thought we were going to see a little LeBron James.
I thought we were going to see a chase down artist too. I definitely did.
Getting into the post with big.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Woo. He got up and pinned it.
Block.
Nice drive there.
Nathan Scott trying to draw the charge. Didn't even get a blocking foul called on him. I'm kind of surprised.
Well, what they lack in height, they make up in bounce so far for center.
So
getting
far,
off
these
the ground.
boys are getting up, and they're playing athletic ball.
Nice cut there. Not able to finish, though. Oh, good steal.
Here it is.
Welcome to the Dunk Show.
And there's your first dunk of the night, not even 2 minutes in.
Nice drive. I'm just loving the way this guy's penetrating right now.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's hitting hard in there. He's going right through that hole and not slowing down a bit.
Real Canty, he's not scared. You saw him earlier stripping from the big fella.
He's definitely not shying away from contact, that's for sure.
Did he just try to hook? Did he just try to hit him with a Kareem Abdul hook shot there?
He went for the sky hook.
Here you see Tyrone kicking it over.
Big fella with the ball up top.
Looking a little uncomfortable.
Another big guy. Ooh.
Moving it around, getting a little motion action on the offense.
Tyrone Taylor with the ball again. Let's see what he's going to do.
Step back, pull up.
Ah, man.
Looked good, felt good, but not good this time.
That's a good shot. Bad pass there by center.
One thing you want to teach your guys on defense, always keep your hands up. Nice drive, but great block there.
Damon King coming from behind and swatting. You know what? That's that number 11 again, penetrating.
Ooh,
doing work.
Got to keep your hands up.
Oh, man, that is great defense there by Nathan Scott. Way to strip that ball out on a breakaway.
And we've seen that these last 2 possessions for center, Grandview getting beat initially, but then following up, not quitting on the play and getting a strip right at the goal.
So we got 2 people checking in here for Grandview. Be Freedom and number 12, Orlando Haynes, coming into the game. Next dead ball. Just kind of passing the ball here around for center, looking for a shot. Finally get it inside. And comes with a little bit of a post move there and scores right in the face with Nathan Scott.
Giving a little left hand action there. He looks so comfortable with the ball in his hand.
Oh, Tyrone definitely does, man. I feel like his shot is that step back jumper because I feel, there you go, man. Brian Reed.
You know, we've seen 2 huge blocks already by center. These guys get up and get off the ground.
Brian Reed just subbed out for another big guy. Same build, same hairstyle and everything. Nick Williams.
Maybe they're cloning him over there. Who knows? Kicking it over to the corner. Getting it to the man with the hands. Look at that, pulling up for 3.
Oh, it looked good from here.
It
didn't have the leg
did.
on it. Hit the underside of the rim there. They're going to call a foul. He's going to be shooting 2 at the line. Be number 25, Quincy Butler. 6'2" junior guard, center.
Way not to get in there and get a little nervous. A lot of times you see guys in that position, they get a little nervous and they make a mistake. Kept his eye on the prize and he's at the line. Makes the first.
His free throw ritual ain't much. Couple dribbles and a quick shot.
Yep. Not much for the rituals. He makes both.
Makes both, so he's got it down though.
Starting out early with that full court press. A little soft full court press.
That's something I kind of noticed about center in their JV game too, was they run a lot of full court press. So this is going to be, in my opinion, I think it'll be a very defensive game.
Nice cut, goes with the reverse on the other side. Nice putback.
Damon King stays calm and composed and lays that ball up and under.
I like Damon King's game so far. I've seen him make some defensive plays, some offensive plays. He's looking really well-rounded right now.
He definitely plays both sides of the ball. And Brian Reed standing for center, couldn't lay that ball in. He misses the layup. No Sakira's back in the game.
See a mass substitution on both sides there. Grandview taking it out on the baseline.
Orlando Haynes passing the ball in. Gets it in there to Dedrick Skinner.
Really soft full court defense. Not really applying much pressure, just seem to be running with him at this point.
You know, I expected to see a little bit of a harder pick there from No Sakira, but
yeah,
he didn't really get that guy off of him. Sometimes they teach him not to. It'd be a foul if you get caught, but you got to lean into those guys sometimes.
Got to give your little fellow a little bit to work with.
Yeah.
Give him a little nudge, a little elbow tap. It'll be all right.
Orlando Haynes, though, getting to the line. First one bounces in.
Touched everything before it went down, but it counts nonetheless.
That's a shooter's touch. It's really luck, but we like to call it touch.
This is the second.
Center gets the rebound, bringing the ball up right now.
Setting up the offense.
Good defense here by Grandview. He's right in his face.
Straight up. Hands straight up the whole time. Great no call there by the ref.
Little mishandle on the ball by center, but he got it. Passing the ball off here to number 5.
Oh, yeah, good hand. He's not comfortable with it. Great defense there.
Freedom, number 42. He's a big boy, too, and he's only a junior.
I think he just noticed the guy in front of him. He just wasn't comfortable with the ball. You could tell Nick Williams when he got it, that's not where he's used to being. Got that hand in there, knocked it away, caused a turnover.
Man, this team is going to be scary next year.
And they've got so many juniors on the team. Got a few seniors.
Yeah, we got 3 of them, and the rest of these guys, the juniors, are all the big boys on the team. They don't have they have one junior that's under 6 foot, and the rest are bigger than 6 foot.
Maybe he'll get that extra growth spurt over the summer.
Must be something in the water here at Grandview. Every boy on this team is big.
See the coaches getting them together, getting the guys ready.
Big number 55, Nelson's back in the game. Playing alongside Nosakira. Tyrone Taylor, looks like the starting 5's back in the game, so let's see these boys gel again.
Ooh.
Tyrone Taylor with the mishandle there. And frustrated with himself. It's understandable. It's a turnover, but it's all right. Keep your head in the game.
See him setting up the offense here for center. Moving screen.
Yeah, it was on number 5. I saw it. It was on Damon King.
Got to set your feet.
I agree with you, though, man. Damon King's playing a really well-rounded game here in the first quarter.
Almost got it called for another movement on the baseline. Oh, they're going to call carry there. It's 2 straight turnovers.
By Tyrone Taylor, yeah, he's I couldn't necessarily see it there. I had the ref in my way, but
I'd have to side with the refs on that one. I saw it. I was hoping they wouldn't call it, but it was definitely there. Pulls up for the jumper.
Wide open shot there for number 12, Avery Melroy.
Getting the ball out of Tyrone Taylor's hand, let somebody else bring it up. Gets it in the post. Oh, Damon King couldn't handle the pass.
He's got that makeup speed.
Oh,
he's not
my
having
God.
It again.
What a
and he's not
pin.
having it either.
And that's going to be Grandview ball.
Grandview with what? Was it 2, 3?
2 or 3 blocks. I mean, it happened so fast. Damon King with another great block. I mean, he pinned it the way he blocked it. I mean, I know a block is a block, but the way he blocked that one.
Oh, anytime you can get a pin against the backboard, that chase down, that always feels better than just a regular block. I'll tell you that right now.
Most definitely. Now he has the ball in his hands. Good cut, good pass.
And a foul there on Freedom.
Going to the line.
I definitely thought Freedom was going to get that one in, maybe get an and one, but just kind of flew off the hinges there once he got hit.
What we're really seeing so far, I mean, both posts for both teams are playing pretty strong on defense. It's nothing easy coming down there. Not seeing any open layups. Saw a dunk earlier on the fast break, but outside of that, it's been tough to get points down there as he makes the first free throw.
This definitely hasn't been going how I pictured it going. I thought there'd be more points scored in this game, but then after center started running that full court press, you can tell it's kind of going to be a defensive battle. Who can cause the most turnovers and make less mistakes will win this game.
Good pass.
There it was.
Great penetration there. Kicks it back.
Tyrone Taylor got a little tripped up on there, but kept his footing and stayed hold of the ball.
See Damon King going hard right, getting it to Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor with a good move twice.
Thought he was going to pull up there.
Oh, I definitely thought he was going to pull up.
Talk about no contact on the pick.
Oh, waving off the basket.
Waves off the shot. Big fellas from Grandview have definitely got to work on those picks. I mean, they're getting absolutely no contact right now.
Yeah, that's a big thing, man. If you can get those picks set, you create so many more opportunities, especially for number 21, Tyrone. He needs to come off those picks because they know about him. They know what he's capable of. And if he doesn't get space, it's going to be a long night.
Exactly.
Wide open in the corner right now as they switch to a zone. He almost made him pay for it. There you go with Damon King going hard. Kicking out, and he's not going to miss twice, ladies.
Second time's a charm.
Damon King busting in there, stripping it away from center, throwing it out to Tyrone Taylor for the assist on the 3. Tie up this game 12-12.
Damon King has rebounds. He has blocks. He has steals. He has points already in this game.
He's got a quintuple single. Early in the first quarter.
He's doing it all right now, and I'm sure Grandview fans, coaches, and parents alike are enjoying his performance so far. He's been all over the place. Tyrone bringing it up again. Took a couple of possessions off, bringing the ball up after those few quick turnovers. And the offense getting it back in Damon's hands. Kicks it over to the wing. Drives hard with the floater
there. Freedom with the rebound. Oh,
that was a terrible.
Fell back as he tried to put it up.
But it was just a few seconds left, and as we end the quarter here, the first quarter, the score is tied 12-12. And we want to just thank you again for joining us. We'll be right back after this break here at myslicetv.com.
We gonna make you lose your mind.
Practices as free throw intimidation techniques and readies as noisemaker. He'll camp out at Maybe Fieldhouse to ensure a good seat and survive on discount hot dogs and energy drinks until the doors open. This is serious. This is the 18th annual Hy-Vee Shootout, Kansas City's premier high school basketball event.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here to start the second quarter. Scores tied 12-12. Seen a really good defensive matchup so far. Both teams with some blocks, with some steals. What are a few key things that you think both teams needs to look forward to win this game here tonight?
Stop turning the ball over. That was a risky pass right there, but they got to stop turning the ball over. And Grandview really needs to assert themselves inside. I know your star player is Tyrone, and he's a guard, so his play is going to be from outside. He's going to throw up some shots. When you got this big of a height advantage, sometimes you got to play away from what your strength is and throw it down into those blocks. Because I'm telling you, there's no way that center, they've got some big fellas, but there's no way that they can hang on this whole game and play against guys that are 6'8", 6'6", 6'5", 6'4".
Especially when you're leaving guys wide open for the 3, as Avery Malray just knocked that down. Wide open jump shot out from three-point land.
Working it inside there to Nelson.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds. That's 2 turnovers. We already talked about this, Mike. They have to stop turning the ball over.
That's what the key to this quarter is to stop turning the ball over. Ball control.
Don't forget to chat with us, and in the comment box below, we will be mentioning some of our favorite comments during our broadcast here tonight.
Easy layup there inside for center. Coach Ferris is not happy with his team right now on offense or defense.
See another foul.
Tyrone Taylor just decided it's time to put the team on my back. He cut it in, he drove, he laid up the ball, got fouled. He'll be at the line for 2 right here.
He's going to have to do that. I mean, the way that center has started out this second quarter, coming out strong, big three-pointer, wide open layup. I mean, they're finding holes in this defense.
Oh, yeah, this junior is definitely going to have to dig. He's going to have to dig deep tonight.
go. Makes the first free throw to push it to 13.
And if you look at Center's roster versus Grandview's roster, maybe this is a key determining factor. I'm not sure whether it is or not, but they're complete opposites on their grades. Grandview's got a bunch of juniors and sprinkle in a few seniors, and Center's got a lot of seniors and sprinkle in a few juniors. So maybe it's just the fact that Center's more seasoned, that we're seeing a more controlled game out of them, a tighter defense, and causing more mistakes from Grandview. Maybe it's just that Grandview's a younger team.
And, I mean, you can't knock experience. I mean, these guys have been here doing this. You see another turnover, almost turnover.
Out of bounds off center.
As Dedrick Skinner gets stripped.
And Tyrone Taylor sitting there on the bench, get some water. I'm sure he'll be back in this game here pretty quick.
You see Coach just trying to coach him up, get his mind right, tell him to calm down out there.
There's a backcourt violation that he called there on Nosakira. That's a good thing. I don't think we can take any more turnovers for the time being. Man, Center's got quick hands.
Center's got some athletes.
Working inside, sending Nelson there to the free throw line. I thought he was definitely going to get an and one that time.
I tell you what, we're not really seeing the effect now, but while Grandview is down 17-13 right now, Center's piling up a lot of fouls. If they keep fouling them, they get into that penalty, a game can get close real quick.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they got 7 fouls here with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some opportunities here for Grandview if they play this right, especially with the way that Center's been attacking.
Yeah.
Get in the lane. Draw some charges.
It's a game of matchups. I mean, you see we got a lot of quick guys, a lot of quick hands, a lot of bounce on Center, but then they have to get in there and they have to compete with those big fellas. That's going to happen. You're going to jump up, try to block something, and you're going to have to wrap them up. Makes the first free throw and makes the second as well.
55 may be a big guy, but he's got some touch.
He does.
Puts in 2 there from the stripe.
Saw him hitting a few jumpers a little earlier tonight, doing pregame.
From the elbow.
Center trying to settle in, trying to find those holes.
Leaving 2-4 Kondo open for that jumper, and he hit it. Tyrone Taylor back in the game. I told you it wouldn't be long before he got back in and made kind of a risky pass there to Wesley Nosakira. Gets the ball back and a step back move, and there's a jumper. Wow, and it just rims out. Nosakira thought about putting it right back up, but he pulled it down. Maybe that little hesitation's the reason why he couldn't get that one to fall. Ooh,
he just put him in a blender.
Jarrell Canny with that cut there. Ooh. Grandview with these risky passes. Another turnover here for Grandview. Jarrell Canny cutting it in, trying to draw another foul. And he lost the handle, and somehow Center got the ball back.
Wesley has to get his head in the game. I mean, he had a 2-on-1 wide open. Him and Nelson down there by themselves, and he threw it right to the guy. Guy knocks it off the backboard. You just got to be aware of what's going on out there on the court.
You absolutely do. I mean, you got a 6'6" guy down there and a 6'8", and they have, you know, a 6'2" guard. That one shouldn't have even, if anything, run right into him. He was in the circle under the goal.
Exactly. Go up and posterize him, but do not do what you just did. Learn from your mistakes and don't make the same one.
I definitely think that Coach Ferris is going to get these guys together here in this break. And if he can't get them together here in this break, it's going to make it even tougher to come back in the second half.
I mean, Center's just come out with a lot of energy here in the second quarter.
They absolutely have. They've put up they outscored Grandview 9-3 here in the second quarter, and it's definitely showing. Grandview's got to keep it under control here. But one of the most poised players they got out on the court right now, I'd have to say, is Damon King. He stays calm and cool, and he's not making any mistakes here tonight, and that's the big key. It seems like everybody on Grandview's team is kind of making these mistakes, and that's what's digging them into this hole. The only thing that's pushing them far back from really being in this is just fouls like this one where they're sending the guy to the line and the turnovers that they've been having, or else they'd be neck and neck with Center right here and possibly winning this game.
But Center's just moving so fast right now. I mean, they're so quick. Their cuts, everything is accelerated. And you can tell that the coach for Center Coach Benny Moore, you can tell that he puts a lot of work into making sure that everything that they do is crisp and quick. I mean, they are a little smaller, but they make up for it with their hustle.
And it's fluid too, man. There's no pause in it. It's going the whole time, and it just runs. It's all good together.
See the big fella pulling up for the jumper. I don't want to see that at all. He's got a nice touch, but right now you need guaranteed baskets to get back in this game. You don't have time to hope that your mid-range jumper goes down. You got to get it down in the post and bang right now.
Absolutely. And you know, one of the keys to the game was Grandview's going to be able to pull down those boards to win this game because they're so much bigger inside. And Nelson Nosakira just got the ball taken away from him by Jameel Henson. Now that's the big guy for center, the 6'6" center.
Here we see center's going to bring it up. There's Damon King picking up full court pressure. Looks like a half-court press here. Trap. They get it in. He pulls up for the jumper.
That's out of bounds.
Now that wasn't in.
Grandview's ball.
And that's Jameel Henson coming off the bench. I've seen him hit a few mid-range jumpers here since he's gotten the game. What was the point in that pick? If you're not going to pick the man, just get out the way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all they really – oh, here we go.
Wide open break.
Laying the ball up, and now it's a 9-point advantage for center here early on. You can see the frustration on not only the coach's face now, but the players. They know they're digging themselves into a hole.
I mean, the big guys, they're not getting big right now. They're playing like small forwards. Crossover there.
Oh, Tyrone Taylor he must be out of his groove right now because that was a beautiful crossover. Here we go. They're on a breakaway here. They got a bunch of big guys. Damon King was called for the ball, but it's all right. His teammate throws in one off the backboard. That's two. That's huge.
There's Nathan Scott there with a nice layup.
Center with a miscommunication there. He was looking for number three. Number three didn't cut and throws that one out of bounds.
He's passing it to the sixth man there.
That's
the dude I called for in the middle. Okay. Here we got 7-point lead here with 4:03 left. In the second quarter here, Grandview versus Center, brought to you on Slice TV. Look at that, another steal. He goes up, puts it up strong. These guys are quick. Their defense is excellent. And you know what, we talked a little earlier, I talked a little bit about how soft that press was. Maybe the press was soft in the first quarter to make them loosen up their offense. So now, because they're putting so much pressure on them, now Grandview doesn't know what to do. Another steal there.
Another steal from Malray, and he pulls up for a jumper, and what do you know?
And pop. Avery Malroy. You just said coming off the bench, you were talking about him a little earlier. What'd you see in him earlier, Mike? Made him stick out to you.
I saw it in warm-ups, man. I saw that jump shot during warm-ups, and I told you, man, I can tell that kid can play just from the way he was pulling up. And he came in the game off the bench. I pointed at him and said, I hope they're ready. And next thing you know, he gets 2 steals back-to-back and 2 buckets back-to-back. So he's a force coming off the bench.
Anytime somebody can stop and pop like that, you definitely got to respect their game. That is a learned skill. That's not something that you're born with. That is something you have to practice. You got to put in a lot of time. You can stop and pop. I know that you've put work into your game.
Absolutely.
It's getting loud in here. Cheerleaders going at it on both sides. Well, let me make a correction. Come on, ladies. We got to get hyped. This is your school. Don't let them come in and take your house. What do they say? We must protect this house.
And here comes the call out.
Uh-oh.
Grandview sending a girl to do some moves across.
You see it here on My Slice. We not only commentate the games, we give the cheerleaders their shine as well.
We bring the full experience, trying to make it seem like you're here.
Exactly. What it boils down to, if you're not here, this is your best option. Check out your game. I love My Slice because gives families an opportunity. You can watch your family live. You can watch the games live. You can even come back and catch the replays.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a lot of these kids don't have, their whole family doesn't live here. I mean, their family can, I mean, all across the nation. And that's a beautiful thing with My Slice is we're bringing you a game that otherwise wouldn't have been brought to you. You can't find this anywhere else but My Slice TV.
My only question is, where were you, My Slice, when I was in high school? Washington High School needed you. The internet probably couldn't handle it back then anyway. See the big fella setting up for second free throw. He makes it. Actually, this is a 1-and-1. He hit the first one. Here we see they are in the penalty now. This is what we talked about a little earlier. If they can keep penetrating, play some good defense, they might be able to catch up just from their work from the free throw line.
Let's hope. Bring this game a little bit closer because right now it's a 10-point game. Malray's back in the game and Freedom with an over-the-back foul there on 24 from center.
And I tell you, he's been quiet, Jamil Henson, but he's been all over the place as well. He's been down there in the post, and look at him. He doesn't look like a post player. He looks like a small forward, maybe even a shooting guard, but he's down there banging.
Definitely, if he goes to the next level, he's definitely going to have to be probably a shooting guard. Unless he goes to a smaller school, he can probably play some small forward, but he definitely has a smaller body type.
Most definitely. Ooh, cross over there. Oh, big block by the big fella.
Nelson ain't having it. That's the first time I've really seen him step up tonight and make a big fella play right there.
I see Coach Benny Moore getting in there, getting a little upset because you see what just happened. He was fouled. You got to keep your hands to yourself when you're in the penalty. You can't play that up-tempo, really speedy defense right now. You got to kind of fall back and just be sound. Move your feet.
That's not the guy you want to foul there either. Maybe
misses
it is.
the first.
He misses that first one. It's Tyrone Taylor with the miss. Malray's bringing the ball up and a good pass there inside for the assist. Gets that ball in there and pushes this to a 30-18 lead for center. It's weird, man. A lot of times you'll see these high school teams that play real, pedal to the metal like center's playing, and they can't control it. But center can control the ball really well. And it's amazing to me. I mean, if they can keep this kind of pace and not turn the ball over and make their shots and make their presence felt on defense, this isn't going to look good for Grandview. Something needs to change. They got to quit playing center's ball is what they got to do. They got to slow it down. You can tell this isn't a team that revolves around a fast-paced offense. They're too big to play this fast.
And I mean, on the other end, it's like center. They're playing what I like to call a Visa-type defense. They're everywhere that Grandview wants to be. There it is again.
Alex Malroy with another steal. Avery Malroy, rather.
Pull-up floater.
Couldn't get that one to sink, but he has 3 steals in the last 2 minutes of gameplay.
See the pass, good penetration, gets in there, puts it up off the glass. They wave it and call the charge.
Nathan Scott getting up a little bit slow there, but he looks like he's going to be all right.
In for center is number 30, Trevon Wilson.
Haven't seen saw Grandview press once so far this game. It was more of a half court.
They had a half court trap there, a couple minutes into the second quarter, but they're not playing this game like they're a team that's down 12 going into half. I can tell you that much.
They do look a little bit comfortable for the circumstances. You see him pulling up for 3.
Ooh, an air ball there. Alex Malroy gets the ball back, fights his way inside. I think his big plays recently might have got into his head a little bit as he tries to take on 2 big fellas. Woo! Big block by number 30, Trevon Wilson.
Damon King doesn't. He just doesn't shake. I'm just gonna call him unbreakable right now, unshakable. The kid was down there by himself, 2-1. He's so relaxed, and he just watches the center throws the ball out of bounds.
That's what it takes, man. Patience, patience, patience.
Sure, Coach Ferris wishes he had about 4 more Damons right about now.
Oh, he definitely did. He's 6'4". I wish I had 4 more Damons right now.
See him trying to penetrate this 3-2 zone.
Carry there by Tyrone Taylor. That almost looked like an and one move, like he was going to bounce it off his face there for a second.
Yeah. About to get him with the skip to my Lou. Ayo off the forehead.
I saw number 35 there, Darius Walker playing for the JV. You know, that kid's only a freshman, and he's 6'3".
Oh, wow. So he's got some growing to do. Another wide open shot from center. Luckily, bounces out. Now that there makes absolutely no sense.
I don't understand how that tip went in myself.
I mean, the ball was tipped around about 3 times, and never did Grandview touch that ball there.
I don't know what is up with these lazy passes, but you can't just loft the ball. This is the most athletic team in high school. In all honesty, this is probably the most athletic basketball team I've seen in high school. These guys have been running from tip-off. They've been running. And, and they're not shaking at all. You can't lob passes in the air like that. They're going to get stolen or knocked out of bounds just like that one did.
See the pull-up jumper.
Late release there.
Off the rim. Off the back rim.
Center's just going to slow this down. They're going to take the last shot.
He drives in, makes a mistake.
Tyrone Taylor with the ball. If he doesn't get it up, oh, he gets it up, but it's off.
Just like at the end of the first quarter, they missed the last second shot.
Outscored 20-6 in the second quarter. 20-6 can't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that can't happen.
Here you see the score 32-18 at the end of the second quarter as we go into halftime. And basically what we're seeing it break down to, center is playing great defense. I mean, they're all over the place. Quick hands, defensive, down there blocking shots, getting steals. And once they get the ball in their hands, they're quick with the outlet pass.
I mean, the main problem here is Grandview, they have lack of control of the ball. They won't stop turning it over. It's from what I'm seeing, I don't know what they're seeing. It's not there. The passes they're trying to make aren't there. And the shots they're pulling up with aren't there. Sometimes it just takes patience. Work the ball inside.
And then what it just boils down to, you can't make the same mistakes over and over. The worst thing I ever heard, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you ain't going to fool me again. But as we see.
What about fool me 12 times?
Exactly.
That's about what it's at right now.
It's getting ridiculous at this point. So I'm sure Coach is going to go in there, and I'm sure he's going to talk to the guys about what they need to do. So we thank you once again for coming in, checking us out here at myslicetv.com, and we'll be right back after this break.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
This man is restless because of December. December means basketball. Lots of basketball. He practices his free throw intimidation techniques and readies his noisemaker. He'll camp out at Maybe Fieldhouse to ensure a good seat and survive on discount hot dogs and energy drinks until the doors open. This is serious. This is the 18th annual Hy-Vee Shootout, Kansas City's premier high school basketball event.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, started the second quarter. Center has the ball, trying to kick it to the post. See Grandview getting the strip, center gets it back. Mad dash for the ball, Grandview's down low. Grandview able to make the defensive stop. Now they're coming back up the court. Gotta hope that they got those kinks worked out in the locker room. Terrible pass there. See center with another fast break possession. And it's a jump ball. Great hands there by Grandview, getting the ball back. Two good defensive possessions to start them off here. But they just have to stop with the bad passes, making so many mistakes on the offensive end. Here we see Tyrone Taylor bringing it up. Big fella got the ball again. So Nelson kicking it over to the wing. He's going baseline. Goes up strong, but he is not able to finish. Nathan Scott making a strong move. Here we see center starting out early, fouling again. They don't want to get in foul trouble. They got in foul trouble at the end of the second quarter there. And we saw Grandview was not able to capitalize on it. Does not capitalize once again. I mean, here we see just once again Grandview getting to the line, and they're just not making center pay for it. They get fouled, they go to the line, they're coming away with 1 out of 2. Here they get 0 free throws. They've got to get those free throws up.
All returns to center. Checking in for center, number 30, Trevon Wilson.
Center here they go, bring the ball up the court. Score standing at 32-18.
There we go, the pull-up jumper there as he sinks that one off the backboard. I didn't hear him call.
I didn't hear him call it either. But I was going to ask you.
I mean, this isn't the street, though, so, I mean, that one's going to count regardless. But
most definitely.
Good pump fake there, and he makes him pay for that one.
No need to call glass when you hit the bottom of the net. They're just running circles around them in the post. This is definitely not what we anticipated. We're seeing center getting just great post play. I mean, they've got guys getting in there, cutting, getting good passes, making baskets.
Tyrone Taylor's really trying to put the team on his back here and just firing up some shots and really hoping they go in. And number 20 there wasn't even looking for the ball as it sailed over his head. So
well, if he would have dribbled one more time, that would have been a carry. So I think he was trying to make something out of nothing. That lady is unaware, but she almost got taken out the game. She's just walking.
Here we go with Tyrone Taylor bringing the ball up again.
Jump shots aren't going to get you back in the game.
No,
you've got to get to the you've got to get to the rack.
In all honesty, nothing's going to get them back into the game besides stop turning the ball over like that. And they got to really, I mean, they have to man up inside.
And I mean, already here we've seen Wesley came out, started the quarter with a terrible pass into the post, which was a turnover. We just saw the ball go off of Tyrone's leg. They've got to calm down. They've got to get settled in. Nevertheless,
they definitely do.
They're down 16 points, 36-20 with 5:30 left.
Here we go. Tyrone Taylor with a breakaway and
not able to finish.
Can't capitalize. Alex Malroy pays Grandview back and throws that one just over the hands of number 30, Trevon Wilson.
The centers, they're just a full throttle team. Everything they do is fast. Shake and bake. If you ain't first, you're last, I guess.
And, you know, we can sit here and see that, and we've been saying it all along, and Grandview needs to change something, but nothing's happening. They're playing the same game that's got them into this hole, and I don't get it. And there's another turnover.
And, I mean, the sad thing is he didn't just travel. he had his bags packed. He took a journey there. I mean, man.
He did take a leap.
Man. Grandview's got to get their mind right. Coach Fairs. Here we are.
And that's the starting 5 for Grandview there. The coach Ferris here kind of tries to gather these guys up for their meeting and really get them under control here. I mean, what do you think he's saying to them in there?
I mean, he's probably just trying to calm the guys down. As you see there, like you just saw Nick Scott and you got Damon King and Tyrone Taylor. He's just trying to get his starters to understand this is your time to shine. You got to calm down. Got to get your feet up under you. You got to stop making these mistakes.
Definitely. I mean, the mistakes have to stop, and they need to stop 2 quarters ago. I mean, I don't know how many points Center has scored off of turnovers, but it has to be huge.
I'm shocked that the ref didn't call a foul there, but hey, Center gets the layup.
I am too, but then again, I'm also shocked that there was 2 players for Center under the basket with only 1 defender back there for Grandview. I don't know how that happens. Freedom with a missed opportunity there as he can't put in that bucket. Another errant pass there from Avery Malroy. And
sad thing about it, though, Grandview's not making Center pay for their mistakes. Every time Grandview makes a mistake, Center's on them. They're on them like a lion trying to finish off that meal. I mean, they've got to make them pay. If you're going to turn the ball over, we're going to score. You can't just turn it over and the ball goes out of bounds and you come back and turn it right back over to them.
Oh, I mean, that's exactly what's happening every time. And that one's just not falling there for Damon King. But, I mean, every time that Center turns the ball over, Grandview turns it right back over. And occasionally Center will turn the ball over when Grandview does. Most of the time, Center's scoring when Grandview turns the ball over. You can't double clutch on a shot like that. Tyrone knows that.
He tries to use the glass there, and he misses it. And here we have a fast break.
This one's going down.
And a block to follow.
Oh, man.
Grandview with the ball. Now, you got a little bit of momentum. You got to make them pay now.
That's something you don't want to do, I mean, really anywhere, but definitely not in your rival's house. You don't want to miss a dunk, an open dunk at your rival's house.
And he's going to hear about that.
Oh,
Remember that time we were at Grandview and you went up for the open two-hander?
Yeah. He's definitely going to be hearing about that one.
Once again, we see they had the fast break and they didn't make them pay for it. I mean, it reminds me a lot of a few weeks ago. Here I am, happy as all outdoors. My favorite football team, the K-State Wildcats, finally make it to #1 on top of the BCS poll for the first time ever. And what do? They give it right back.
Yeah, they did. I was rooting for him, man. I wanted Coach Snyder to get up there and play for a national championship. You know, one of their starting linebackers is one of my friends from high school. He went to Oak Park with me at Terrell Childs.
Oh, yeah? That's good stuff. Yeah, well, if you see Terrell, tell him that they broke Cameron Smith's heart.
Oh, I will.
The lone Kansas City. And
like I said, he's a linebacker. I don't want to get into that. You know, I'll just probably tell him good job. And
well, you know, I might not either. It's been a few years since I've been out there on the field. I don't know if I can.
Here we go again. Center's playing really sloppy right now. Oh, wow. Huge push off there that didn't get called.
And then they get the over the back foul.
Well, they had to get something because 22 for Center. Ronnie Hill, he definitely, I mean, a blatant forearm shove to get open for that shot. And he couldn't make it, but Nick Williams gave them the ball there as he fouled over the back there.
And we see lead is just slowly creeping. I mean, from 14 to 16. Now it's at 18. It's just slowly going.
They're almost doubled up, and that's – oh, man. Tyrone Taylor there, his shot just gets blocked by Center. And Alex Malray taking the ball up. Quick pass, number 25. Followed up by a tip by number 30.
Once again, why does Center get so many second chances at these shots?
I don't get it.
I'm befuddled. I'm confused. I'm bewildered. Somebody
how
help
big is he? Number 30, Trayvon Wilson, 6'1".
6'1".
6'1". And he's getting boards inside, and that shouldn't have happened.
Man.
I mean, occasionally, yes, somebody that's 6'1" is going to get a rebound over someone that's 6'8", but not this often. Grandview's got to start playing to their strengths, and if Tyrone Taylor's not feeling it, which he might be having just a little bit of an off game here, but if he's having an off game, then other people need to pick up slack, and that's exactly what the big guys of Grandview have to do as they fail to secure another rebound. And Alex Mauray lays it up, and there it is, a 20-point lead right now for center.
And what I'm seeing so far, when the big guys get the ball, they're not making any moves. They're not getting any closer to the rim. We're not seeing any drop steps, any post-up moves. They get the ball and they shoot it wherever they are.
And hands has to be a key issue for these big guys, because if you can't catch it, you can't do anything with it. And what's amazing to me is they're massive. These are grown men playing with boys here.
Most definitely.
Size-wise, but they're not using their bodies. They're not backing them down. You know, like they said, they're not doing any post moves. And that's amazing to me.
It was a great cut, but good defense there. Grandview. Here we see another fast break opportunity.
Tyrone Taylor cuts it in there, and he just can't get it.
That was good defense there by center.
Tyrone Taylor there gets the foul. Going to the line, shooting two.
Tyrone, one thing I just want to see from him, and it's kind of tough, but you got to make your shots count. You know, he's their leading shooter. I mean, he's shot 25 three-pointers coming into this game and made 7 of them. You got to make those shots count. Three-pointers aren't always the best thing you want to do. Jump shots aren't always the best thing. You got to settle in there. You got to find a way to get these big fellas in the game.
Well, and I think his shooting percentage isn't a true indicator of how he plays, because you can tell he's got skills and you can tell he's got a fluid jump shot.
Most definitely.
But the issue being is when there's people in your face all the time.
Exactly.
Your jump shot's going to be a little off. Now what Grandview needs to do is play to his strengths. They need to set picks. These massive men need to set picks. And then when they set the pick and they knock that man off, they cut towards the basket. And they'll be able to get some pick and rolls going here. That's exactly what I do with these big guys. They'd either be posting up and using their bodies to get points inside, throwing in some post moves and some hook shots, or they'd be doing pick and rolls all day long.
And I mean, Big Nelson, for his credit, he is averaging a double-double on the year. We haven't really seen much from him here tonight. But the thing about it is, I mean, we saw a pick attempt earlier where he completely whiffed the guy. I mean, the guy ran past him. He wasn't – I think I saw their jerseys move maybe. So you, as a big fella, you definitely got to understand that the pick, that's your crossover. That's your way to get open. You use the pick and roll, you get wide open, and you can make something happen.
Well, Grandview's 3 games into the season here, and they're 2-1. And that double-double, if he doesn't step up his game tonight, that double-double average is not going to be a double-double anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's going to be gone after tonight if he doesn't get it going here pretty soon.
I mean, down by 18, we're going to start – what we're going to start seeing here as we round out the third quarter, there's a minute left, but what we're going to start seeing here from Grandview is a lot of shots getting thrown up that they shouldn't be throwing up, but then again, they shouldn't be down by 18 at their house.
That's going to go to center with the last tie-up going to Grandview.
And freshman number 35 there, he's coming out of the game. But anytime, I mean, 6'3" freshman playing some varsity, that's a good sign for Grandview. One really good sign for them is they got a really young team. So this team, no matter how good they do this year, and you always want them to do good every year, but no matter how good they do this year, I guarantee you they do better next year.
Most definitely. Most definitely. All these guys moving up in experience, losing a few seniors, but other than that, they're young, they're talented.
Also checking for the Bulldogs, number 1, Dedrick Skinner.
Here we see another young fella, Dedrick Skinner. He's actually a senior.
So maybe he can bring some veteran leadership here. Maybe he can kind of calm his guys down. I mean, this is
And already,
theoretically speaking, I know this is Tyrone Taylor's team. He's the main guy on this team, but these seniors, this is their team. This is their school. They've been here the longest, so you got to give them their senior dues.
he gets on the court, and immediately there's a turnover. Terrible pass.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, is when he rounded that corner there, what he should have done is he should have cut in. Because he had the lane. The lane was there. He could have drove in and stopped, pop a jumper, throw up a floater, or if that guy would have came off of Freedom, he could have bounced past it into Freedom for a layup, but instead he just throws another lob up there. When you throw those lobs, like we said earlier in the game against this athletic team, it's not going to happen. They're going to steal that ball.
And the thing that I'm seeing a lot, you never want to leave your feet if you don't know what you're going to do. We're seeing them constantly jumping in the air with the ball to where you have to throw some crazy pass because you don't know what you're going to do when you left your feet. You haven't made up your mind yet. Another bad pass.
That freshman's not giving up on that play, though. I like to see at least the hustle and determination after his team makes a mistake. Wasn't necessarily his fault, but he sticks with it and tries to make a play out of nothing.
And Grandview throws the ball away.
Okay.
Now down 20 points here, 42-22 with just 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Still hoping Grandview figures it out tonight.
I'm just hoping we can come away and see a sharper fourth quarter to really see what these guys are made of. Because I mean, right now, what we're seeing is since the first quarter, they've been outscored 30-10.
Yeah.
And that's not acceptable. Not in 2 quarters they've scored 10 points. That's
a travel there.
We're gonna call a travel on him. So 3.4 seconds, and that 3 doesn't count. That's
in any universe. I don't know when I've ever seen 3 seconds on the clock and you turn the ball over and give the other team a chance to hit a last second shot. I've never seen that.
If I've seen it, it's not been. And he got that one off, tee.
He got it off.
They're going to count it.
They counted it.
And
44.
We go into the fourth quarter, and Grandview's doubled up 44-22. And go back to our pregame comments. We didn't see this one coming. And, I don't think anybody besides maybe Center did.
Yeah.
Because, stat sheet, you look at that, you got Tyrone Taylor, you got Nelson. And, one guy's averaging a double-double, one guy's putting up 20 points a game, and then you got that massive size advantage. And I didn't think there was any way that Center – I didn't know. Honestly, I could have seen this game being flip side. I could have seen Grandview being up 44-22, but they're not.
And even as you look at the countenance of this place, you got Center's cheerleaders doing backflips and making pyramids and doing everything, and Grandview, we're just kind of lackadaisical.
Yeah, Grandview's just watching them take over their court.
It's always tough.
Let that happen.
It's tough to see when your school is getting beat, but you gotta try to make yourself the sixth man. If you're here at home watching us on My Slice TV, maybe we need you to yell at the screen a little bit.
We've got the fan base here for Grandview definitely needs to get loud.
Yeah.
I can tell you that the crowd definitely impacts the game, especially in high school. These kids aren't, cold yet. These kids aren't Kobe. The noise will affect them.
And it gets them jacked up when they hear the people screaming their name. Another bad pass.
And you can't have that. Honestly, I'm glad we haven't been keeping track of turnovers. My paper would be filled out right now.
There we see Tyrone Taylor pulling up for the stop and pop 3. That's definitely what they need right now to get back in it.
Grab that. Look up. Oh, that ball's good play there by Nathan Scott.
Scott saves it.
It's definitely a good. Another one of those lob passes. He got away with it that time. That was just a bad bounce pass there from Nathan Scott. A bounce pass, to me, I prefer a bounce pass to anything. It's harder to hit a bounce. It's harder to steal a bounce pass than it is a chest pass. But when a guy's literally from me to you, you can't do a bounce pass. It isn't going to work. But Sometimes they try that. I've never gotten it. Tyrone Taylor cutting in there and throwing the ball up, gets the foul. He's going to shoot 2, so he's going to go to the line here. He had the last 3 points to bring it down to a 19-point deficit. So let's see if he can bring this deficit down a little bit more.
Out of all of the turnovers that we've seen, I'm trying to figure out how many of them have went to Damon King.
That's what I thought. Tyrone Taylor's pulling up a little bit. He's got a calf cramp.
You know, Damon King, he's been out there. He's made so many plays here tonight, defensively, offensively. He's just a surefire player. He's really a leader. As we see once again, Grandview not making him pay at the free throw line.
Runs in there and gives Tyrone Taylor a nice tap on the ribs. Tells him to knock down this one.
And this is a game Tyrone's going to remember. You know, he's going to remember this game.
And the second shot is good.
And I'm sure he'll be thinking about this next time he comes out here.
This one's definitely going to be fueling the fire for him next time he comes out. And I can tell you who else is fueling the fire for. The coach.
Most definitely.
I definitely wouldn't want to be at the next practice. Because I think he might make me run, and I'm just a spectator. I don't. But I definitely feel like, I mean, maybe at least a 5K, possibly 10K, maybe a marathon. I don't know what the coach is going to have in store for these boys, but
Man.
I can assure you it's not going to be a pleasant afternoon.
Probably have a wall sit mixed in there. Not trying to give you any ideas, Coach.
Yeah, I really hope the coach doesn't listen. I don't want these boys to run 26.2 miles, but maybe that will get their conditioning on the level of center. I heard that's what he made them do to get ready for this game.
Wow.
Run 26.2 miles, and we'll be able to just run full speed for the whole length of the game. At least, I mean, that's what I like to picture them doing, because I don't know how a team can run this fast pace the whole time. It's a really well-conditioned and well-coached team out of center.
And they're fast, and I haven't seen them slow down yet. Even as we're here in the fourth quarter, they're starting to get the subs in. The subs are fast.
Subs are fast. And the subs are the same. It's almost like they've got clones of each individual starter, because they come in, they look the same. Physically, they look the same. Their hair is cut the same.
They're moving.
And they play the same. So this coach is lucky. He's got a clone of his starting 5. Alex Malray gets fouled there on a reach in, and he tried to pull up for a quick little layup, but yeah, they didn't give it to him.
We do try to give you the whole experience here at My Slice TV. You can chat with us in our comment box below. You can also join us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Post exclusive content, and we keep you up to date on future broadcasts and events. Go to myslicetv.com and click like and follow.
Tyrone Taylor there coming in and laying the ball up, but he got fouled on the way up, missed it. He's going to be at the line for 2. Again, center came into Grandview, and they're beating him down 46-26. Tyrone Taylor misses another free throw. And, you know, being a Jayhawks fan, I've had great times watching them. I've had terrible times. And one thing the Jayhawks can't ever do is make free throws. And being a Jayhawk fan, I can tell you how important free throws are as Tyrone misses another free throw. Free throws add up after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I've definitely seen Grandview miss. I'm gonna say 8 to 10 free throws tonight. It's a completely different game if they make those free throws.
Completely
They're not
different.
down by 20. You know, the team isn't that far off of being where they need to be. I mean, you look at the turnovers and you look at the score and you say, wow, this team's got some work to do, and they do. But the work they have to do is all on control. Control the ball, control the tempo of the game. Play Grandview basketball. Don't play your opponent's game of basketball.
Most definitely.
And that's what it needs to be. And if they can come in and they can play the Grandview way, and they can slow it down, and Tyrone can come off these screens and knock down some shots, and they can feed it into their big guys, they're going to be successful.
Yeah.
But if they can't control the ball, then it's not going to be a good season for Grandview.
And we just saw, you know, Coach Moore bring center out here with a very deceptive. Where was that pass?
I think they were going for Avery Malray, but just threw a little bit too high. And
is there another Avery Malroy sitting in the stands, Bucky?
No, he was on the court.
Oh, okay. But I really think Coach Moore came out here with a very deceiving defense. We talked about it a little earlier when they came out playing that really soft press. We were wondering, what are they doing? But we'll talk about it a little more as we go to a break. Thanks for watching us again here at myslicetv.com.
Kansas versus Missouri, the 18th annual Ivy Shootout. 4 days of non-stop action. 42 teams, 21 games. Tickets are just $7 per session. Join us on the campus of Avila University December 12th through the 15th for the 18th annual Ivy Shootout. Kansas City's premier high school basketball event. Presented by Time Warner Cable Metro Sports.
Just a little bit of a deceptive defense. They played that soft full court press center did in the first quarter, and then they came out in the second quarter, and it was like a completely different defensive team. I mean, they were all over the place, sprinting, playing the passing lanes, blocking shots, just doing a lot of key things.
That defense definitely, they definitely toughened up after the first quarter. You know, during the first quarter, right there at the end, I mean, I thought, I even said it, you know, this is going to be a close game. Oof. Number 11.
Oh, no.
Number 11 with that crossover.
You don't want him to make that one.
But I'm going to call it double dribble there on number 1. As Damon King kind of voices his frustration there with another turnover.
David Skinner, gotta wonder.
You know, I mean, we both said, I mean, we thought this was definitely going to be a close game. I mean, after the first quarter. I mean, you can't let him do that there. You can't let him come inside and lay it up in your face. I mean, you're 6'8". I'm 5'10", and I wouldn't have let him do that to me.
Exactly. And he's coming off the bench, and you're the starter. You're the starting big man for Grandview. He's getting a little garbage time here. You got to shut him down.
Alex Malray's bringing the ball up here. And looks like, you know, center's kind of transition now. Now they're, you know, that's number 30 setting good picks everywhere. I've noticed that all game long. I've yet to mention it, but he's been setting some really good picks. And their center flies in and gets another board over these big men. And he puts it up and drains it.
It's the fundamentals of the game.
And he's going to be shooting another.
You got guys on center. You got guys that are centers. They're playing center. They're playing power forward. They're making moves on the post. Then you got guards who are flashing and cutting hard. I mean, they're making plays. They're doing playing fundamental basketball.
And the funny thing about these front court players, I won't necessarily classify them as center because I don't think they've got a true center on this team. I think they've got front court players.
Yeah.
And these front court players for center have better post moves and a better post presence than Grandview does. And Grandview's got true power forwards. He whiffed there on another screen, and you just can't have that.
And I think what we're seeing is the transition of the game of basketball, that hybrid basketball player who's long, who's lanky, but also quick, can put the ball on the ground, make some moves with it. That's
versatile players.
Most definitely.
That's exactly what we're seeing.
There we see the big fella setting a pick, but actually getting moved backward instead of stopping the player's defense.
Nice floater there.
Beautiful.
That was a good layup there from Orlando Haynes. I like that floater off the backboard. That's well controlled.
Nice little English on it. Get the good little spin off the backboard.
Can't forget about that English.
Man, it's got to be fun to watch a center practice.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I envision practice. I mean, these two starting fives that they have going at it, I bet that's a great game in practice. And everyone can dunk.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you, at the end of practice, there's dunk contests and whatever else. I mean, we saw Grandview. They had a dunk earlier in this game, and well, we saw Center's dunking ability earlier as he clanked it off the back iron when he went for a two-handed jam. But both of these teams they're both really good teams, and Grandview might be down by 20, but there are some positive things we can take from this game. There are a lot of negatives, but mainly, I mean, they all center around the turnovers. It all comes down to controlling the ball. If they can control the ball, they'll be much more successful than they have been.
And it's a matchup thing. It's a matchup thing. I mean, they're playing against a defense that's pretty much structured to beat them. I mean, they're moving fast. They're all over the place. Long, wiry guys that are doing things that the big fellas just aren't used to dealing with. So,
I mean, maybe that's the problem. But the thing when you look at Grandview is they're big guys. They've got, in my opinion, they've got two typical big guys in Wesley and Nelson, the two starters that are the big men. And then they got kind of like a hybrid type guy with freedom coming off the bench at 6'5". He's big, but you can tell he's a true athlete. He's built like a true athlete. He's fast. He's quick. And in all honesty, I think he's got a really good head on his shoulders. I think he's a pretty well-balanced player. And then the rest of them are all really versatile guards. So, I mean, I'm going to kind of say that Grandview should be somewhat keeping up with them. This Freedom gets the rebound there and it throws it up and gets an and one. But Grandview should be kind of keeping up with them on the athletic side. I think it's more of an endurance issue than anything. I mean, Grandview can go at that high pace, but they can't keep that high pace.
Yeah.
Center can.
Yeah.
Center has trained for this. And I think that it's that Coach Carter mentality that, you know, make them run and keep that pace all through practice. And I think that's what he's done with them is just, you know, we're going to run you hard and we're going to run you long and make them keep that pace all of practice. I bet you that's what practice is. We want to go to practice, but it's probably the most boring practice. Some of the best practices are the boring practices. That's when you learn.
Exactly. We saw the huge block there. Grandview actually making them pay for it for once, cutting that lead down to 16.
But with a minute left in the game here, what more can you really make them pay for? I mean, they're going to make some good plays here, but at this time in the game, these good plays are coming against people center that haven't played. These are some of the people maybe from JV and some of the guys that are not. I don't want to say buried on the bench, but they're guys that are deep on the bench. You're not going to throw in people that are getting quality minutes when you're up 16 with a minute left.
And the thing is, they got so many centers. I mean, this is a great opportunity. So many seniors, rather. This is a great opportunity to get some of those young guys, some of your juniors, your sophomores, get them some varsity burn against a really athletic and good Grandview team that just came out here and had a rough night here tonight. Let's see. Now they're pressing. Wish we would have saw this trap a little earlier.
Definitely seeing a few faces out there that I haven't seen previously on the court there for center. So there's definitely some younger kids in the game. Number 3 looks like he's especially young down there. He's in the post with a 6'8" grown man. I don't think he wants that, but it looks like they're just going to pass the ball around and kind of wait. Just kind of end this game real quick and smooth and try and avoid any fouls. I'm not sure why he punched the ball. Another turnover, and that's a turnover coming from one of Grandview's starters.
And the little guy, the young fella you were just talking about.
Little guy with the big finish. He's not scared of being in the paint.
He has to be happy with that shot he just got. Big man got to know you can put the ball on the ground. Nelson, you can put the ball on the ground, get you one good power dribble in there, and then go up strong two-handed down.
And 3 seconds left here in Grandview as everybody kind of funnels out. And Nelson's at the line here, but this game's not going to get any better. It's, we might pick up 2 points here.
He
misses the first one. You can see the frustration in him as he punches that ball back to the ref.
Don't want to get a tech with 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, tech that'd be horrible with 3 seconds left. I understand, as a player myself, I understand where his frustration's coming from as he sinks that last one, and that's the end of the game here. in Grandview. It's going to be 52 center, 35 for Grandview. But I mean, I understand their frustration from a player's standpoint, and I can understand why they're mad. You never want to get beat on your home court to a rival by 17 points. That's never acceptable. And they know that. The coach knows that, and they'll address that in practice. And next time these two teams play, I'm sure we'll see an entirely different setup.
Most definitely. As you see the team showing great sportsmanship, going ahead and congratulating each other on a performance. Both teams fought hard here tonight, and one team has to win, one team has to lose. My saying is, I always like to say you can't win them all, but you can win the most. So this season is not over.
I'm going to steal that from you if you don't mind.
Oh, you can borrow it. Just make sure you credit me. But we would just like to thank you again for tuning in here tonight. We ask that, we just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Minsky's Pizza on State Line, Days House of Compassion, and Grandview High School staff and athletic department. We'll see you on our next broadcast. I'm Cameron Smith here signing off with Mike West.
Have a good night.
Have a good night here at MySliceTV.com.